this, you will no longer have to use the Valium.
We've had some children that we had a lot of issues with claustrophobia, and we've also had some issues with children that cannot be sedated, that needed a different type of diversion, and the goggle system has been a wonderful alternative to meet those needs.
For over 20 years, Resonance Technology has been enhancing the utility of MRI by creating innovative patient comfort devices. And while we're proud of our signature product, CinemaVision, we're even more proud of the way in which it is being employed every day by technologists in imaging facilities from coast to coast. Here then are their stories.
As a child, she was about 14 or 15, and her mom had gotten her a Valium and was going to sedate her, and it was a really nice day, and I was like, well, let's just try it. Let's just see if she can do it. And the child laid in there, did the scan, and she was so pleased when we got through, because then she went off and had plans for the rest of the day to go spend it with her friends instead of spending it sleeping from being sedated so much for a test. So that worked out wonderful. Mom gave me the medicine and told me to throw it out.
I can clearly remember an incident where an autistic kid was being imaged, and he was extremely nervous, as his parents as well. And so I happened to be there at the time, and I recommended to use the goggle, and it really made the world of difference. As you know, autistics like to be preoccupied when they look at something, and the whole time he did not move a muscle, and we were able to get extremely good, sharp images. And it ended up at the end, everybody was very happy. And I want to just tell you that this incident repeated in many other occasions, and I highly recommend using this and experiencing this for yourself.
We had a 70-year-old lady up in Alaska who was very apprehensive, and when we took her in the room and showed her the goggles and showed her that Oprah was playing, she was pretty delighted. Put the goggles on her, put the headset on her, went ahead and scanned her. 40 minutes later, when she came out and we took the goggles off and said she was done, she looked around and she says, "How did you scan me out here?" She didn't even know she'd gone into the bore.
Teenage girl came in one morning and she was scared to have an MRI. I told her she was going to get to watch TV while she was having it done. She was still hesitant. I had it put it on her. She went, "Cool!" And that was the end of it. She laid there, did the whole procedure, watching a Kenny Chesney country concert.
We've been able to reduce sedation on our children by about 35%. And of course, as safe as sedation is, it's always a risk. So anytime we can reduce sedation, it's an increase in safety for our patients.
It's great to hear after the kids come out of their MRI and they say how cool it was and they weren't even scared at all.
We had one patient who was actually a physician in the hospital, not a radiologist, who absolutely would not do this without full conscious sedation. We tried to talk him out of it. No, 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 no. Well, the next time we did it, we got him to put his goggles on before we got him in there. And even though the techs had to hold his hands and everything, he was able to get through there without the sedation. So he's been a big fan of ours for this as well.
The pediatric population, for example, when we have to sedate them, there's a very long recovery time. So it's very tough on them from the point of view not just of their health, but also the trauma experienced for these kids coming out of the sedation. So it's easier on the parents, it's easier on the kids. We've also seen a decrease in the scan time overall, because for those adults coming in that are claustrophobic, now they not only don't have to be sedated, but they can sit still, and we don't see as many follow-up cases because of patient motion.
Another great thing about the system is that before we had this, The only time we could talk to patients was between scans when it wasn't knocking and we could call in on the intercom. Now that they have the headphones on with the microphone right in front of their face, the real scared patients I'm able to talk to through the whole procedure, and so that they know I haven't left them and I'm there, and that has been a huge benefit.
If the patient needs to communicate with us, then there is a button that's built into the system that lays on their belly or on their chest that they can push that button, and when it does, it makes an alarm go off in here where I'm at to let me know that they need me. And so I can communicate with them immediately and find out what their needs are. And immediate communication is very, very important here with an MRI and an MRI patient situation.
We've cut back on the amount of sedations. Like, I don't have a percentage, but it seems like it's made our lives a lot easier.
Having CinemaVision now available to our children has made it better for the patients, for our staff, and I think it has been better for me as the leader in this department to reduce the sedation numbers and show that these distraction techniques are quite successful.
The interaction between my organization and the company has been very positive. They identified quickly what our needs were, and we were able to install the system, and the installation went very well.
It was installed over a weekend, so the company was very flexible. It didn't affect our revenue stream. It didn't affect our patient scheduling.
We have had a good relationship with Resonance Imaging and found it's so successful that we now have goggles on every one of our scanners, including the North satellite.
Oh, they've been great. There's always somebody to talk to on the phone. Olivia answers. She knows everything that goes on in that office, I think. Mokhtar has been wonderful. We've had some issues with sending the system back and forth, and it's overnighted, and everything's been just great.
We were reimbursed for this with a payback of easily 2 or 3 months. I mean, it's just totally, we don't even talk about the issue of the cost. It was so well worth it.
We intend to market CinemaVision to the public in a much broader scope than we are currently.
In 2008, we plan to purchase a second system, and we will be marketing the goggle system for our outpatient MRI procedures at our imaging center at Children's South.
We're more than just a community hospital. People see us as being state-of-the-art, and so to have one of the first in the area, or this side of the country actually, to have CinemaVision just really set us apart as going beyond the call.
We advertise in the movie theaters, so before you see your movie, you know how they put different things up to see. We have an advertisement that says you could be watching this movie while you're getting your MRI. And we also do it in print ads as well. So it's just been fabulous for us, and we're hopefully in our new hospital we'll be either getting another 1.5 or a 3T, and there's no way we would put it in without budgeting for another set of these.
Highly recommend it to be used with other users outside of my marketing area.
I would have no hesitation recommending this to any group that does pediatric MRIs.
I do believe as word of mouth spreads as well as marketing endeavors occur, I think yes, I think our volume will increase, but because we don't have to sedate these children, we'll still be able to accommodate them in a very timely manner.
I would recommend it to any colleagues in radiology, all facilities that have an MRI scanner. I think it's been very beneficial for pediatrics, but it also has a role to play in the adult world too.
One of the things you can do is also look at them on their website, mrivideo.com, and you'll find all kinds of information about it, and I think that you'll make the choice we did by going with their product.
Once they watch their favorite program, they come out with a smile upon their face. They've had a chance to watch The Price is Right all morning long for an hour or whatever the case may be. They're happy, they're content. They come out and they say they wouldn't go anywhere else to have their MRI except for right here at Thomasville, where we offer CinemaVision.
You've heard our customers speak of their experiences with this remarkable solution for patient comfort in the MRI. Isn't it time you experience the excitement for yourself and your facility? Contact your Resonance Technology representative today and learn why Resonance is the standard by which all other MRI-compatible visual, auditory, and patient response devices are measured. Resonance Technology, revolutionizing the MRI experience.